Hello again, this is Mark, One Dull Geek on Twitch, and this is my final video on how I made my layout for streaming poker on OBS Studio. Here again are the positions that I put my tables on my two screens. What I'm going to do in this video is make the template that I use to show two tables. The nice thing at this point is that every single element that I want to put in my two-table template already exists in my one-table template. So all I really have to do is add those elements in the way that I want to see them. Now to make this template, I have to include two tables so that I can size things. I'll eventually delete these tables so that they're not included in the template. But for now, they allow me to figure out where I want to place things in the template. Now I add in my baseline scene and some dividers. I will make sure to keep the baseline scene at the very top and the dividers next at the top. Every other element will be below the baseline and the dividers. Next, I add, resize, and center my camera, reusing the camera element that I'd already created in the previous video. Next, I add my chat background and chat, again reusing the same elements that I'd already created. Next comes a text element that I'd created previously to capture my buy-ins. And if you haven't figured out the theme yet, I'm reusing the same element that I'd already created. Reuse is a big part of what I'm trying to accomplish here. And finally, my slideshow, again reused from previously created. Now, since this is just a template, I can take the tables that I used for sizing elements out of the template. Now, of course, it's at this point I realized that I named my template wrong, and I rename it to layout:2 table. And here I begin to use the template. Just like in the one table template, I simply add the tables I want, in this case the main 2 tables, and then add the template over the top. Then I simply resize the tables to fit into the places that I put them in the template. Finally, I make a 2-table scene for the 2 tables on my portrait display, just repeating the process I used for my main display. And that's it. That is how I made my layouts. I hope this series of videos was helpful to people who'd like to start streaming poker using OBS. If you think so, please like the video. If you didn't think so, click the dislike button. Either way, I'd really love to hear what you think, positive or negative, in the comments. And I'd really like if you'd subscribe to my channel here on YouTube and gave me a follow on Twitch. Thanks, and I'll talk to you soon.